Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to play with some high-end makeup. Most of this I have not used. I've had it in my collection for a little while, waiting to do videos and show you, but I have not gotten around to doing it. A couple of them I have used and a couple of them are not new, but I will share with you as I use the products. So I have my face already prepped with my skincare and SPF. I've been wearing a lot less skincare during the summer, usually just my toner, a serum, my SPF, because it's just, I can't pile on that many products. It is super hot and humid, guys. It is terrible. I did prep my under eyes with the Tula, this serum stick, and this is something that I like to let it sit on my skin for a few minutes before I apply my concealer, because it's very, very hydrating, and I feel like it just needs a couple of minutes to sink in. And then for a primer today, I'm using the Danessa Myricks Skin, Yummy Skin, and the Universal one. This is the one that has no shade. This is a deluxe size. I also have a full size. This is usually what I take when I travel. And this has Upsolite, so it's supposed to keep your oils at bay and keep your skin more, not necessarily matte. I don't think it makes me matte, but it doesn't make you as oily during the day. So this is an excellent product to use during these horrible, humid, hot days. So I really like that. You can use this. They have it tinted also. You can use it as a foundation. You can use it like as a powder. And it has a primer. The only way I like it is as a primer. My voice may be breaking up a little bit. It seems like I'm getting sick. I feel like I'm getting a cold. I've had a sore throat for a couple of days. And I just feel achy all over, but I wanted to get this video done because I want to show you the palette I'm going to be using today, and it's one of the new ones from Viseart. This is the Paris Mattes Intendu, and this is gorgeous. I just got this, I think it arrived, yeah, it arrived a few days ago, and this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to create a matte look today. And Viseart, I don't know if they still have it by the time this goes up, because this is not going up until Sunday night, was having, I believe, 40% sale. I'm not sure if the brand new palettes are on sale, but any palette that you get from them is amazing. We're going to do the eye look first. I already primed my eyes with a paint, with a MAC paint pot and Painterly. So we're going to do this first so I can let this kind of sink in a little bit. This doesn't have a mirror. They're trying to make their palettes more, I guess, recyclable and not be as wasteful. So I'm going to, first I'm going to kind of blank out my entire, or from the crease up with this one right here, just to kind of like make sure my eyeshadows don't skip as I'm applying them. But, well, I'm not using any shimmers, so I'm actually going to do the entire lid. Usually if I'm using a shimmer, then I like to leave the lid without powder, so that my shimmers stick a little better. Now, like I've told you before, this is not a tutorial. I don't do tutorials. I am not an expert. I'm just someone that has loved makeup all her life. So I'm just sharing what works for me, and hopefully if you try it, it works for you. So I'm going to use the same brush here, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, and they don't have any shade names. They do in the but again, I don't know what order they go to. They go in, I guess they go this way because it goes 1 2 3 4 5. So this will be Adagio. That will be the name of this eyeshadow. So I really love Viseart palettes, and they have little ones that are really, really good for traveling. They have like 6 pans, or even ones that have like, I don't know if it's like 9 pans, but they're really tiny. So it does make it very easy to travel with. And these palettes, the size that I'm using right now, these are $44. But like I say, they have a lot of sales, usually between 25 and 30% off. It is worth it to, if you want to try it, if you never tried them before, to wait. And you end up paying them as much as some drugstore. I'm going to go into this one right here. This is going to be a simple look. nothing extravagant here. I just wanted to do a nice matte look. I love matte looks. I don't do them that often, but when I do, I ask myself, why don't you do these more often? Because they're so pretty. You don't always have to have shimmer on your eyes. Shadow is a lot more pigmented than it looks like in the pan. And this shade is called Pile, P-I-L-E. I don't know French. So how has everybody been? Are you suffering with the heat as much as the South is? Oh my gosh, it's horrible. And I don't think it would be as bad if it was hot and not as humid, because sometimes, you know, it feels horrible outside and I look at the temperature and maybe like 90, 91, which is hot, but for Florida, guys, it's not that hot. I mean, we can get in the high 90s, but with the humidity, it feels like, you know, like 98. It's horrible. So I want to go ahead and use a little bit of this one right here on the outer part of my lid. I'm going to use this brush right here. I'm just going to grab a little bit of the black. I don't want to grab a lot because black can be very intensive, right? Yeah, this is intensive. And I just want to go ahead and blend that in really quick. I'm going to use the same brush I was using before. Try the dirtiest few brushes as I possibly can get away with. I hate cleaning brushes. I do clean them. I don't like using dirty brushes, but wow, it is not my favorite job. Okay, I'm gonna grab a clean brush. I'm gonna grab this little one and I'm gonna go into the first shadow that I used and just go around the edge. The Adagio. Oh, and the black is called Tendu. I don't like doing my eyes first because I feel like if I don't have any makeup on my face, it's kind of hard to judge my eye makeup. It doesn't, you know, it's like, I don't know, it doesn't really look like anything on my eyes. So I don't enjoy doing it because it's like, I don't know, I just can't picture the finished product. I just put a little bit of that black, and as you can see, it's very pigmented. Again, I'm going to take the little brush and I'm going to go into the first shade that I used. Now I'm going to go into the shade that I used to go over the primer and just go on my brow bone. And I'm going to go into the first shade again. These shadows really blend themselves. Okay, I'm going to grab this little brush right here and I'm going to go into this light pink right here and just go on my lid. And the shade on that is Tulle, T-U-L-L-E. Okay, I'm going to take the brush that had the black, but I'm not adding anything to it. And I'm just going to blend a little bit. Okay, so for now, that's all I'm going to do on my eyes. I'm going to take the first brush that I was using for blending. I don't think it was this one, but that's okay. And at the end, if I feel like I need to fix anything else, then, or add anything else, I will do that. So I don't have any fallout. You normally do not get any fallout with Viseart. So the foundation I'm going to use is the one from Prada. Okay, let me tell you something about this Prada foundation. It's a beautiful foundation. The packaging stinks. Okay, it feels very weighty. It is a plastic packaging. It's not glass. It's refillable. And this is how it comes. So once you buy this, you can just buy this and use. It's more affordable. You can actually, this comes with a little lid. And if you don't care about this, you can just buy this. Okay, but what really gets me, by the way, this is in the shade MN40. What really gets me about this is like, I feel it's a very cheap packaging. I think Prada should give you glass packaging. Trying to be more conscientious of their packaging so that you don't waste so much. Okay, glass is recyclable. Give me a glass packaging for this price. And this lid is horrible. It keeps falling off all the time. This packaging really aggravates me. So I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. I'm I'm going to put 2 pumps because the pumps are very tiny. But yeah, I just feel like for that price, I expect amazing packaging, and I was very disappointed. So if you own this foundation, let me know how do you feel about the packaging. Not my fave. I have drugstore foundations that have nicer packaging. So this is like a medium, I guess buildable foundation. It is long lasting. It looks very nice on the skin. I have been wanting it for a long time. So during one of the Sephora sales, I don't think it was the last one. I've had this foundation for a little bit. I was able to get it, well, I got it with a 20% off, but I thought about it for a long time before I got it, before I actually purchased it. See, I need a little more. Yeah, the pumps are so tiny, which is good. Better than they be tiny than for you to be wasting a lot of product, right? So I didn't cover my hyperpigmentation because I wanted you to see how much coverage it really has. When I use my foundations for the first time, I really don't like to do too much, you know, like putting underneath, so because I want you to see how much coverage you can get from this. So I think it does a decent amount of coverage. It's a good medium foundation, and I gauge it by the spot that I have here and my cheeks, which are very, very dark from the hyperpigmentation. So I think that's all I'm going to do. It's easy to blend. This is not a foundation that it feels like it's sitting on your skin. It should be perfect, really. So I think it's a beautiful formula. I'm not a fan of the packaging. It looks pretty, but they could have done better. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of my Dermatology under eye corrector. I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm going to go in with a small brush. And this is another one that has terrible packaging. Okay, I broke the lid. And the fact that I've dropped this 1,000 times shouldn't have anything to do with it. But even when it wasn't broken, it's very loose and it doesn't close right. And it's another packaging that aggravates me. Beautiful product. I really love it. It's very hydrating. It has SPF 41. So it's a wonderful product. I love, 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 love it. But I think they can improve on the packaging. Okay, I'm going to wipe that brush because I want to use the same brush for my concealer. So I still have some left. You need very little. And this is in the shade light. I have light and I have medium. I'm not a fair. I think I have fair then and light. I do love it. I've owned it for a long time. I have repurchased it. So it is an amazing corrector. I'm going to use in my Dior Backstage concealer. Okay, this is another one, and this is one of the reasons I am using that corrector, and it's because the corrector is very hydrating. Again, this is very hydrating. They say this is supposed to be a hydrating concealer. I don't find it to be very hydrating. I find that it can be a little drying under my eyes. I want to try to let it sit for a second. So for my bronzer, this is new from Mario, and this is the blurring bronzer, the soft sculpt blurring bronzer. I got mine in the light medium, and I'm going to use this one. I haven't found another one. So this is the shade. It's a little warm, but it's not too bad. This is the first time I use this, so I really don't have any opinions on it. But now that I've done a video, I can use it more, because I feel like if I pull products out to use before I do a video, I'm not the best person to put them back in my new products so that I can show them to you guys or do a video with it. So many times I forget. So I have this huge basket of products that I have not used that I need to show you guys. And this was one of them. But now that I've used it, I can put it with my other makeup so that I can just grab it and use it more often. Alright, so let me go ahead and spread the concealer out. I don't want to leave it on too long, because then it could be hard to spread around. my under eye powder. I'm going to use my Pat McGrath. Okay, for blush, I'm going to use the one from Say. This is such a beautiful blush. This is one of the last ones that they released, and this is called the Super Suede Radiant Blush Powder, and this is Mia. Absolutely gorgeous. There goes my corrector, and the lid fell off, and you know, then I wonder why my lids break. No, but that has a lousy lid. But guys, I have the worst time dropping stuff. I am the worst. And it's not just here when I'm doing my makeup. I'm just really, really bad. This is the brush that I use for my foundation, and just go around the edge of the blush. But this is a gorgeous blush. Let me swatch it for you. That's it right there. So pretty. Really pretty. So for my highlighter, I'm going to use this one from Clinique, and this is in the shade Starlit Glow number 02. This I have used a couple of times, and this is absolutely gorgeous. Very, very pretty. They do have different shades. It's right there. Now I have to say, I've always thought that Clinique is a brand that it's not like super expensive. I mean, they're high end, but I don't think they're outrageously expensive. But this highlighter was pricey. So I did wait. This one I did get it on sale during the holidays, when someone was having a sale. I don't know if it was Ulta or Macy's. Okay, I'm going to take the brush that I used, the black, because this one kind of like blocked it off too much when I put the concealer. Kind of looks a little blocky. I don't like it to look like that. I like it to look a little more rounded. I'm going to do my brows really, really quick. I'm not doing it on camera. I am not even using a high-end. I'm using a CoverGirl pencil and my Grande brow gel. I will be right back. Let's see. I did bring this pencil. This is from Laura Mercier. And it's like a little lavender or a little bit of purple. So I just want to do like a lazy liner. I'm going to take a clean brush, and I do have like a little bit of creasing right there. I want to go ahead and wipe that off. I'll be back in 5 minutes, but that's okay. And I want to just do a little bit of liner here too. These are so nice and creamy. And once they set, they don't go anywhere. I'm going to take a pencil brush, kind of smudge that a little bit. Yeah, but this is like easy to do. It doesn't look harsh. You know, I'm not saying not to do liner however you like to do the liner. We all wear what we like, but I feel like on myself, if I do like a really dark line or like a liquid liner, it just looks a little harsh on me. And I'd rather do something a little softer, either with an eyeshadow or one of these eye crayons. So this one is in the shade Rose Thorn. It's like a murky, I don't know, it's got like a little bit of purple in it. It does have like a little, I don't know if you can see the shimmer. It has like a little bit of shimmer, but not a lot. But I love to use it as an eyeliner. Alright, so for mascara, I am going to be using the one from Charlotte Tilbury. And this is called Exagger Eyes. By the way, for those of you, I don't know if this should still be up because it just got released. I'm filming this on Friday and they just got released, I think, today. But Charlotte Tilbury has mystery boxes. I actually have the links in my post, but I will link them below also in case anybody's interested. They're 50% off. One of them you get 6 products, and then there's a smaller one that you get 4 products. And the one for the 4 products, 3 of them are full size, 1 is deluxe, and in the one that is 6 products, I believe they're all full size. I'm gonna do 2 coats of this mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is 2 coats. I got a little bit right down here, but I want to let it dry as I do my lipstick. So I'm going to use this lip liner from Say, and this is in the shade Twist. These are very nice and creamy, but they do set and they're wonderful. And then this is a lipstick from Gucci, and this is in the shade, I will list it right here. I'll show you what the shade looks like. It's a very pretty pink. That's pretty. The lip liner is a lot lighter and it's like a nude. But I basically just wanted the lip liner as a guide to apply my lipstick and also to keep my lipstick in place. This lipstick is very creamy. It is scented, but it's very creamy. I have worn, not this one, but another one that I have, and it does have a nice wear time. Let me get a spoolie. There you go. Came right off. Okay, and now for setting spray. I'm going to use this one from CLARABEAUTY. This is the Surf Proof setting spray. This is a really good setting spray, and it smells amazing. It smells like oranges, and it has a really nice mist look. But I already have mascara on, so I don't want to put it straight on my face. But it does have a really nice scent. Okay guys, so this is my completed look. I like it. I think it's very pretty. I love the Viseart. Viseart is so good. And I like having a matte eyeshadow palette. And I have one from ColourPop that is amazing. But that one is big. So if I want to take something like that, if I want to take a matte palette to travel, that's too big. And I have one from the Natasha Denona, the one that is like the 5 pan, like the small one. And that one is amazing for traveling, but it's more warm tones, and I feel like this is a cooler tone eyeshadow palette. So it's a nice option. So I think it's pretty, and I do, like I said, I do like matte looks. I think it's, and you can always just use a shimmer if that's not your thing, but it is my thing once in a while. So let me know what you think. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye guys. Mwah. How do I make, I don't know how to make this, like, I want to make it blurrier. So I want to make my background blurry. What do I do? Okay, let me see.